Mike Leonard Insurance Agency has served the communities in the North Texas Metroplex area for over 40 years. We're an independent agency, which gives us the opportunity to shop among a number of larger, nationally known companies without sacrificing coverage. If you haven't shopped for better car or home insurance lately, give us a call or check out our website. You will be shocked at how much more your current company may be overcharging you. Mike Leonard Insurance. We're local, independent, and we're here for you.
Joined here with Benjamin High School, Coach Nathan Hayes. Coach, if you'll introduce your three student athletes and your assistant coach.
Yes, sir. This is Jason Rigdon. This is John Boyd. This is Brody White, and that is Coach Rigdon, defensive coordinator.
Coach, we'll just start things off. Your thoughts about the victory this evening?
Well, you know, we're on the sideline, me and Coach at the end talking about it, and no one to know. I know these guys made it look easy at times today and through the season, but it was not. There was a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of teamwork, a lot of coaches' time put into it, and just so much work and effort from these guys.
Questions from the board?
Coach, that play at the end of the first half, the fumble, scoop and score, that was really the momentum shifter today. How big was that for you guys in the locker room?
I think it was huge. You know, we just gave up a big play to them to get on their side of the field. And before you know it, we get that big stop to get that turnover going and score. So that puts us up another score. Let's get the ball after halftime. You know, our kids have been there a little bit. They were pretty ecstatic about that there. It was just a big play. Then you got the review, if it's a fumble or not a fumble. You know, here we are thinking clearly the fumble. We thought we had a lot of opportunities, other ways that we could went to review today. And that worked out in our favor. So I thought it was a big momentum change for us. You know, take nothing away from a great Marine Bulldog football team. But I think when that happened right before halftime, I think it kind of depleted them just a little bit.
Grayson, Brody, what's going through y'all's heads on that play?
I saw Chaka knock the ball out, and then I felt like a shortstop fielding the ball. I came up and got it, and after that, I just heard a crowd go crazy. I mean, there was no thinking. It was just muscle memory at that point. I just took off and ran.
It seemed like this, in the first time you played them, it was a tough game for a bit, and then made some changes and asserted yourself. You did that again today, Zenzel today. You talked about just kind of maybe weathering the storm. And
I'm gonna talk that, and I'm gonna send it to Coach in just a minute. Same thing happened last time we played them. There's the ups and downs. It's been 10 days since we hit somebody in practice, so we kind of knew the pace was going to change a little bit. Coach told me, Coach Reed, I'm going to finish answering the question, but you know, he told me to give me some time, Coach. We'll give him stop, and I think he did that. Coach, what do you want to tackle on that?
Hey man, this starting defense has gave less than 100 points this year. I want you to think about that in six-man football. Less than 100. That's 14 games. It's unheard of. I'm not going to say this is the best defense ever because I won't disrespect the people who play for us, but I tell you, you got to show me a better one. Makes you a good coach when you can send Chaka Stowe, you can send Brody Stowe, and you lose nothing. All right? Our defense been resilient. I give credit to coach, the scout team. I'll be honest with you. Scout team probably scored 500 on us this year. So they get back there and what you're running, and they run the offense that we're going to be playing against, and they run their plays and 50 other plays that they might run against us. So, I mean, it's a group effort. I have never coached under an offensive coach who cares more about defense just as much as offense. I've never seen that before. And, you know, I'm proud to say we, best defense in the state this year in six-man football. Put anybody you want up against us. Speaks for itself. Another fact, we've scored more touchdowns, I believe, on defense than that we gave up this year. We try to bring, one thing Lee used to tell me, lad, we bring in defense, we bring in pressure, and we're going to get ours. You might break one. You might break one. I wasn't bothered on the first two touchdowns. I really wasn't. Because we were there, we just didn't make the tackle. Look at these guys. Anybody can coach them in here. I might not say that too loud. I might lose my salary, but it's not hard.
Grayson, for you, like your dad just alluded to with being at Straughn and Coach Lee last year, I mean, you got it. You were here last year. You won Offensive MVP last year, if I'm not mistaken. Came out, replicated that performance this year. How big was that? knowing that everybody was gonna be focused on stopping you?
I mean, it probably wasn't a good idea just to worry about me when you have all these other people on our offense. So, I mean, kind of stupid on that part, but I mean, I'm just glad to be able to do it again.
Can we stop talking who the best player in the state is? I mean, yeah, all over the message board, this guy. Can we just stop? Because if you want to say another guy, number 7 sitting right here. Can we stop all the other bull crap that these people do on 6-man football? I love the website. But can we just say number 1 is the best player in the state and everybody feel good about it? Coach, I want you to keep talking bad about him. I do because he's in the weight room. What time, Coach?
Every morning.
Every morning. Call the people on 6-man so they can keep doing it. But let's not even kid ourselves. You want to talk about a player that might be as good as him? Number 7 sitting right here on defense to hold the defense line. I put him every different place on extra point. I'm sorry to take over your thing, but I just had to get that out. We read that. Thank God we read that for almost 11 days straight. And I made sure he saw it too. I wanted him to see it.
Well, and another guy that's not up there, Nicholas Stovall. I mean, he was defensive player. He was pressuring the quarterback all day long. He was a big difference maker in this game as well.
I totally agree. Like Coach, I think Stovall does his thing, which is great. He gets back there and he got this move that Coach described that nobody else does, and he gets low and gets around people. We can't block the guy in practice. I feel sorry for the people who are trying to block him because he's just worming. He gets down there, he does it. He gets around people, he gets there, and he does a great job. And amazing. Again, I want to say something. Hats off to this football team of Benjamin. Senior heavy football team, no doubt. Sacrifices were made on both sides of the ball for the betterness of the team. And I say team and team and team again. They did a great job. Brody White's a great football player. John was a great football. Stovall, a great football player. He's a great football player. They all do something different. And Brody being that, I don't mean this in a bad way, but he kind of led the football team last year. He was the leader of the football team. And I'm saying he's still the vocal leader of the team. But his role changed. And a lot of people don't do that, and he's made sacrifices for the better of the team. And I don't want that to go unnoticed.
Brody, yeah.
Well, speaking of team play, how about that last touchdown? You got what a way to end the game for you to get the last points and win it.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of nervous, just trying to catch the ball. At that point, I mean, I knew that we had one more touchdown to go, but it was kind of nerve-wracking at the same time.
Did you hit a second gear?
Sir?
Did you hit a second gear? I thought you did.
Yes.
The last time we played in rain, we were kind of later in the game. We were trying to get some kids out, and John Boyd is our backup fullback, and he ran some fullback dive in this rain, and he took one for 10, we took one for 15, and then he took one for like 30 yards right off the gut on them, and they had their starters in. So the guy got another gear. I mean, we were loaded with some talent, we loaded with some kids that worked hard, so he does got another gear.
Brody, for you, Coach Hayes talked about how much you sacrificed this year. To get that scoop and score at the end of the half, how did that feel?
Don't give me all the credit for that. He punched the ball out. I mean, I had the easiest job on that play. And he called the spot too, so I mean, he put me right there. So I mean, it was awesome.
Stovall's great. Don't forget how good I think the MVP was. Go back and watch that film with 2 fourth down plays. They ran at the strong guy side right here. He was kind of by himself a little bit. He held the edge, set the tone, and then the other help came and made the tackle on 2 fourth and short plays that I know I saw him do it. And I mean, great calls, great defense. It's a great team.
For Brody and John, Coach Rigdon was actually telling me an exercise that he did in the offseason. He said, you guys were in the locker room and said, raise your hand if you've won a playoff game. And at the time, I'm pretty sure Grayson's hand was the only one that went up. Just for you guys to go from that position to this position, put that into words for me. What's it like?
It's still surreal, but we expected nothing less. I mean, we set our goals and we had high expectations, and we went out and we achieved them. So I mean, I can't be any more proud of our team and our coaches and our season we had. I think we executed everything very well.
Grayson, you're coming back from this team next year. I mean, what's your goal? I mean, where do you feel like this team is with the seed that you guys are losing? How do you defend this title?
Just same thing as this year work.
Tell you what, I don't take nothing away from the kid. I'm talking too much, but when he says he works, he works. And then people want to follow that. People want to follow success. When you got one guy up there every day, 6 o'clock in the afternoon or 6 o'clock in the morning, doing the workouts, doing extra running on the weekend when nobody's doing it, it just takes one person to get everybody to snowball and see the success and then want to do the same thing. So they will duplicate that. It's going to follow.
Brody, he says that it's a senior-laden team, but yet you have a lot of young talent. Do you feel like you've helped lay a foundation where this program can win multiple state championships?
Yes, sir. My freshman year, we didn't have a big group of seniors to go against, the hardness and, test us every day in practice. So our younger, classmen should be blessed that they got to go up against us. I mean, with their, like he said, they scored probably more on us than any other team did this year. So, I mean, they'll be fine. They just keep working hard.
Coach Hayes, you've done this a couple of times, but this is the first one for Benjamin. That's pretty special, especially for that town.
It's special anytime, but it's huge. It's really special for this town. It's special for a smaller Benjamin to make this success. They went out and they wanted to win. They had the talent there. They got the coaches in place to win. And I think that's why me and Coach felt the pressure every game. They don't care who we're playing. I don't care who it was. We felt pressure every Friday night. And then in the playoffs now, we couldn't enjoy the win against Whitehall last week, but I thought it was a huge win for us. But it wasn't like 10 seconds me and Coach could enjoy that win before we're worried about rain. And I think we put that pressure on it because we want to win, and that's what we're here for.
I don't think there'd be any other head coach that could have been at Benjamin do what we did. By the time we leave the locker room before we playing anybody, I don't even know if we got a chance. I'll just be honest with you. And he gets them ready to play. He makes sure, one thing I say about the seniors, man, and Chaka and the rest of them, they just never, people talking junk about them, they never say anything. They just approach it. It's almost like a meal worker that my father was. Just show up, kind of play, go to Watt, let's play. See what happens. It's crazy. You don't hear a lot of hooping, jumping up and down, let's get ready to go, clapping. Just ready to play. Sometimes me and Coach worried if they are ready to play. When he looks at you, think we're ready? I'm like, I don't know. And they just sitting there. But one thing we've done, one thing Wesley McGriff, who is at Auburn now, and Steve Wilkes, the head coach at the Panthers, I was fortunate enough to work up under them and with them. And, somebody said something about defensive snowball. I'll tell every defensive coordinator that's been around, all y'all know in the wintertime, especially in Texas, pressure busts pipes. And if pressure can bust pipes in the wintertime, it can make an offense shatter sometimes. And that's what you saw tonight and all year.
Time for one more question.
Coach Riggin, you said that you haven't, you don't want to disrespect other teams, but where does this team rank from the teams that you've seen over the years?
This is the
Are
best
they
team.
top five?
It's the best team I've ever been around, point blank. Stovall's 150 pounds, might be cheap. And we call him Gremlin. He just goes, man. And when you got a guy like that and you send Chalk off the other edge, I feel sorry for a spread back. I really honestly do. This is just,
Did Stovall start last year?
no.
So we got a guy who did not start on defense last year. The defense didn't get in the state game, all because of work. All because the teammates and work.
And you got to understand, I want to make sure, and you had people that didn't want me and Coach here. They didn't want us here. We 8-0. They didn't want us here. We're 12-0. They didn't want us here. Win the state championship. Some people can go cry in their beer. I'm talking about people in Benjamin. All right? Some people in Benjamin didn't want us here. But one thing about it, we state champions, so they can live with it or not. Move somewhere else.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.